England had just given fans a reason to believe. After a powerful second-half performance against Croatia, the mood around Thomas Tuchel's side suddenly changed. The attack looked sharper. The energy was back. Marcus Rashford came off the bench and scored. Morgan Rogers helped change the tempo. For a moment, England supporters could start dreaming again. Maybe this really could be the year. Maybe football could finally come home after 60 years. But then, Troy Deeney stepped in and delivered the warning nobody wanted to hear. Because while many fans were looking at England's attacking firepower, Deeney was staring at one position, one player, one possible weakness that, in his view, could stop England from winning the World Cup. Jordan Pickford. And Deeney did not hold back. He said he cannot see England lifting the trophy with Pickford in goal, and even admitted the Everton goalkeeper scares the life out of him. So is this just harsh criticism? Or has Deeney pointed out the one issue England fans are trying not to think about? Speaking on Sun Sports' Proper Football Daily show while working as a pundit for CBS in New York, Troy Deeney made it clear that England's biggest concern is not in attack. It is not the motivation of the players. It is not even the pressure of the World Cup stage. For him, the concern is the goalkeeper. Deeney described Pickford as England's Achilles heel and argued that World Cup winning teams usually have calm, dominant, elite-level goalkeepers behind them. He compared that feeling to someone like Alisson for Brazil, a keeper who gives defenders and fans a sense of control. But with Pickford, Deeney says he does not feel that same calm. Every time the ball goes to Pickford's feet, Deeney said he wants him to move it quickly. Pass it. Get rid of it. Do not take risks. And that, for Deeney, is the problem. Because in a World Cup, one mistake can change everything. One loose touch, one rushed clearance, one spill, one moment of panic. England have been close before. Semifinals, finals, big runs, big dreams. But Deeney's point is simple. They still have not won. And, in his opinion, England do not have that top-level goalkeeper who makes everyone around him feel secure. He admitted Pickford is probably still the best England have. He also gave him credit for his international career and his consistency for the national team. But Deeney questioned why, if Pickford is truly one of England's best players, no bigger club has taken him from Everton. He pointed to Arsenal signing David Raya from Brentford and then asked why Raya is not Spain's clear first-choice keeper either. For Deeney, that comparison says something about the level required at the very top, and he believes Pickford falls just short of that elite group. Then Deeney made it personal, because this was not just analysis from a television studio. He has played against Jordan Pickford. And from a striker's point of view, he believes he saw weaknesses. Deeney said that when he faced Everton, forwards were always ready to follow in shots, because they felt Pickford might spill one. He also said that when attacking players went through on goal, they had to be ready for contact because Pickford could come flying out. That is the type of detail that makes the criticism hit harder. This was not just about stats. It was about how a striker felt in the moment, how he read the goalkeeper, how he sensed opportunity. Deeney also described Pickford as erratic. He said his personality is part of who he is, and England cannot take that away from him. But he asked a brutal question. When you look at the best goalkeepers in the world, how many of them behave like that? At the highest level, Deeney says, teams need calm. They need authority. They need the kind of goalkeeper who makes the backline feel safe, not nervous. And that is where his concern grows even bigger, because Deeney was also worried about England defensively against Croatia. Yes, England improved in the second half. Yes, the changes worked. Yes, the team played forward, passed forward, tackled harder, and looked more dangerous. But defensively, Deeney felt they were still poor. That is why Pickford becomes such a major talking point. If England are going to attack aggressively and try to overwhelm opponents, then the goalkeeper becomes even more important. He has to be the safety net. He has to clean up danger. He has to bring calm when the game turns chaotic. And Deeney is not convinced Pickford can be that man. Still, there was one major positive from his analysis: Marcus Rashford. Deeney believes Rashford could have a huge role to play in this World Cup, especially after scoring against Croatia. He pointed to Rashford's difficult situation at the end of the season, saying that everything around him could now become motivation. Barcelona not appearing to want him back. Anthony Gordon being bought. Gordon then starting for England. For Deeney, that kind of frustration can fuel a player. And if Rashford can show consistency, he could become a massive weapon for Tuchel's side. So, England's World Cup story has suddenly split into two very different emotions. On one side, there is hope. The second half against Croatia showed energy, attacking intent. and players capable of changing a game from the bench. Rashford scoring gives England another storyline. Rodgers making an impact gives Tuchel more options. The team finally showed signs of aggression and forward momentum. But on the other side, there is doubt. And Troy Deeney has put that doubt directly on Jordan Pickford. He believes England can go far. He accepts Pickford is still the best option available. He even says that if England win the World Cup, he will hold his hands up and admit he was wrong. But right now, he cannot see it happening. Not with Pickford in goal. That is the warning. England may have the talent, they may have the attack, they may have the motivation. But if the goalkeeper does not bring calm when the pressure is at its highest, the dream could fall apart in one single moment. And that is what makes this debate so explosive. Because England fans are not just asking whether this team can score enough goals. They are asking whether they can survive the moments that decide World Cups. And according to Troy Deeney, Jordan Pickford may be the one question England still have not answered.